This is one of the craziest one-card combos that you're going to see, and it's causing problems. Make sure you guys smash the like and grab out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more Oz content. My friend Alice Rose sent over this to me and was like, hey, you know, the OCG's been doing Fiendsmith Mitsurugi for a little while now, and I've seen reports on it in the OCG. But the fact that we can finally see what in the world the OCG is cooking with this combo line that is causing such problems, and this actually answers one of the questions as to why a card got banned out of our format. So this is going to be a one-card combo here, all based around Habagiri. Now, we thought that Habagiri was an incredibly broken card, but now you're telling me that this is something that they can actually do on a much more devastating path. So, it resolves around Habagiri going into the Saji. The Saji triggers to get you into the Mitsurugi ritual here. We slam down the ritual by tributing from the deck. Now, you are going to tribute out the Night Sword Serpent here, and we are going to trigger out the Aramasa here, which, guess what? Both of these are going to go ahead and trigger here. We'll go ahead and we will get the Serpent, and we will go ahead and get our Kusanagi here. Now, this does involve actually converting your normal summon into a Kusanagi at this point, so which we use the Kusanagi to get the ritual pulled back. Now you're going to notice we're going to be making the Magispector Draco Ryu here. Now, this thing has a very interesting effect. It says if you can pendulum summon level 4, you can also pendulum summon this card face up from the extra deck. But if a monsters is tributed while this card is on the field, when you detach a material from this card, special summon a level 6 or lower wind spellcaster monster from your deck. Now, you can only use this effect of Magispector Ryu up to twice per turn. So the thing you're going to see here is you're going to see the slam down of the ritual converting us into a Murakumo no Mitsurugi here. So now we'll go ahead and we will see our effects here. We did in fact just convert and do a tribute summon, which gets us a Droll and Lockbird pulled out, which gets us into a Mitsurugi Prayers on the resolution list. Summoning out a Droll and Lockbird, for what purpose could we be attempting to get a Droll established here? Don't worry, this gets much more interesting. So our Habagiri does come back. Now we're going to go ahead and activate the prayers here to tribute, which will go ahead and give us a search. And then we are going to bring back the Kusanagi here. Now, we're going to see the tribute and the effect of the Ryu coming, or the revival coming back here. So now Ryu is going to go ahead and get another level 1, and we'll go ahead and get a prayers pulled out of the deck here. 2 Droll and Lockbirds, what could possibly happen with this? So we do see our revive here on this. So now, we're going to make the Shamanji Soldier. It does require 2 level 1 monsters to make this. Now, you can only use the effect of number 63 once per turn. So we detach a material from this card to activate one of 2 effects. At the start of your opponent's next standby phase, each player draws a card. Oh! And then each player gains 1,000 life points. So one of these 2 effects. We're going to go ahead and we are going to apply the effect to draw during the next standby phase. And you're going to go ahead and see the link out into the Moon of the Closed Heaven. So this is where the TCG banning the Moon of the Closed Heaven was actually a very, very good idea, because now this is where the rest of the problems start to come in. So you're going to go ahead and see the Fiendsmith combo go in. You're going to see the birthing of the Requiem here. And you're going to see that we're going to stop by the Lacrima here. Now, it should note, this is a fairy. It's going to be nothing really too crazy to work with here, but that's fine. So Lacrima is going to go ahead and dump off the engraver. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make the sequence at this stage. So now, where do you want to bridge out from this stage? Sequence is going to go ahead and tuck back the Requiem, the Moon of the Closed Heaven, and you're going to see the Lacrima reviving up the engraver. Okay. Well, I mean, typically, everybody's going to be like, oh, this is where you make the Wave King Kaiser. No. This is where you're going to link out into the Abao here. The fact that we're taking all of that dedication just to curve into this while leaving the Lacrima up is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and trigger the Abao here by getting rid of the Aramasa. And then you're going to see the Lacrima coming back. Now this is actually very, very important. because you need both of these to be able to make the Ptolemaeus at this stage. All right, so very, very, very important. We're going to go ahead and tuck back our piece. We're going to revive the engraver, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get to make Ptolemy M7. All right, well, this is kind of getting a little bit strange here. You know, we've already basically curved on around to all this. We've lost all these resources just to apply a passive effect. We're going to go ahead and we're going to trigger Ptolemy to add back Drolin Lockbird here. And then we're going to go ahead and trigger up Ptolemaeus during the end phase. You see the Abala Q gets a chance to come back here. We're going to actually suck up the Constellar Knight Diamond here. And we're going to go ahead and detach. And we're going to make... Oh, it's Durandal of all things. Oh, no. So we're going to go ahead and go into the next turn here. You're going to see the standby phase, and then you're going to see the Durandal triggering here because guess what, everybody? You got to see, oh, we had the effect where both players drew. Now it's Durandal time to chain the Drolin Lockbird and wipe out everything from your opponent's hand while we get basically a fresh new outlook on life. Congratulations! You just got to see one of the most hilarious interactions that you can see, all because of Durandal allowing these interactions to actually happen. And the fact that the Samanji soldier actually allowed this to happen, the fact that the Samanji soldier here creates that scenario effect that allows you to set up those conditions. And all of this honestly was just possible because of Ryu here. I don't think people really appreciated the fact that you're using this card in combination with ritual stuff. You know, I never would have thought about using Ryu as an ability here to pull out those Drolin Lockbirds. Inherently, you're already choosing to play the Drolin Lockbirds in the deck as it is to give you that nice little synergy boost, you know? So your payoff is, you know, we're leading all of this into the Drolin Lockbird clause to lock your opponent out of the advancement and playing the game. And I think that's actually kind of hilarious. Now, once again, I mean, your argument comes down to, you know, does Durandal need to get banned? Durandal has been at the center of a lot of arguments for a very, very long time. And the fact that we are now able to make better use of the hand wiping that this card gives us is not all that unsurprising to people, honestly, because call it what it is. You know, getting a huge ability to do this, and anytime Drolin Lockbird is involved, it becomes a very, very problematic scenario. It's just, this happens to be the one case of this deck actually can bypass, you know, needing the level 5s on the field to actually just step into this because, you know, making the Ptolemaeus here just cheats out so many stupid things. So it's almost like classic problems cause classic issues, you know? If a problem is not a problem today, it might end up being a problem in the future. So I think the TCG could try to replicate this on more of a more than a one card. That's the other thing too. All of this is done on one Habagiri, and I'm glad that we don't have to deal with this. But to those of us here in the TCG, you know, maybe there is a way to bridge into doing this combo with another extra sub package. I don't know, but I love seeing ideas. So the next time you guys are looking at the OCG and you're like, oh, why are they testing out these really weird ideas? You know what's going on. It's because somebody figured out that a link or a rank 1 is very problematic. So is the game fucked? Well, not necessarily, but it does show that more and more problems are kind of creaking through the glass here, and you're starting to see more things go sideways. But that being said, everybody, thank you, Konami, for taking care of problems before they do exist. And the fact that a number monster is continuing its terror is crazy. We should be continuing on with news here. We should have a live stream coming up here, I would say. Hopefully in the next couple of days we should see an announcement for it, if not something much sooner. We're 2 weeks away from seeing the next set, and I mean, the only thing that we could hope to see at this point is consistency upgrades to make this beautiful, beautiful combo even better. So take a second, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and remember, this game can be a pain in the butt some days. This is just another classic example of it. Patrons, thank you. Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.